Okay, so my last video, guys, it stopped right about here where we were talking about Joe going down -6 feet, Sam going down 7 5/10 feet, and Andrea going down -2 feet, Jeremy going down -4 5/10 feet. And then we need to plot it on our number line. So we're going to go to Joe. He's at -6, and I'm going to put a dot here and write Joe. Then I have Samantha's down -7 5/10. 7 5/10 is halfway between 7 and 8, so I'm going to put a dot here and write Samantha. Andrea's down -2 feet, so I'm going to put a dot here and write Andrea at -2. And then Jeremy is at -4 5/10, which is halfway between 4 and 5. So I'm going to put a dot in between 4 and 5 and write out Jeremy. Now I need to list the friends in order from closest to the surface to farthest from sea level. So closest to the surface is going to be closer to 0. So now that I've written it on my number line, it's going to help me by writing it out in order. It's going to tell me like who came close to the surface all the way down. So my first one that's closest to the surface is going to be Andrea. Then my next one is going to be Jeremy. Then I've got Joe. And last I've got Samantha. So there is number 9, part A and B. Then I have, let's go to the very back, and we've got number 10. It said Lindsay bought 1 2500 pounds of crawfish for crawfish boil. It cost her $6.25 to purchase the crawfish. How much did the crawfish cost per pound? If it is $1.25 per pound, we want to know how many pounds she bought to equal $6.25. This little line means per. So that is 125 times 1 pound. And we want to figure out how many pounds that she purchased, or how much it cost per pound. So we've got $1 1/2500 pounds times how much it costs per pound equals $6.25. In order to solve this, we're going to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So we're going to divide $6.25 by 1 2500 to get our answer of how much it cost per pound. So with it written this way, $6.25 goes inside our house. $1.25 goes outside the house. And then I have to move my decimal on the outside till I have a whole number. Whatever I do to the outside, I have to do to the inside. So same number of spaces. So now I have 625 divided by 125. And if you multiply 125 times, let's start with 3. There's 15. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. 3, so there's 375. Let's do 125 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Oh, there's my answer. 625, 625. So that is 5 minus 625 is 0. So it cost $5 per pound, which is C, to purchase 1 25 pounds of crawfish. Number 11 says the state of Kansas puts a mile marker at every 1/10 of a mile. To calculate the number of mile markers seen when driving 13 miles of highway, a Kansas police officer uses the following expression: 13 over 1 divided by 1 over 10, which expression can also be used to calculate the mile markers in the 13-mile stretch of highway. When you are dividing fractions, you have to keep, change, flip. So you're going to keep 13 over 1, change your division to multiplication, flip your 1 over 10 to be 10 over 1. So you need to look for the one that is either saying this or 13 times 10. And that is not A, because that's dividing. It is not D, because that's also dividing. B does not flip the 10, it still has 1 on the top. So C is your answer. It is 13 over 1 times 10 over 1. Okay, guys, if you have any other questions on the review, please, please, please come see me. We will go over it in class on Thursday. And tomorrow we're going to do some more review over Unit 3 and Unit 2. Thank you.